Hi boys and girls, it's Miss McLeod and Mrs. Harvey Zink and I again in the music room. Today we are going to learn a new sound and it's quite similar to all the sounds we've been learning. We are going to learn about the sound that C and H make when they're put together, just like in the word chop. That's our action. Ch. So let's write chop. Can you see that, Mrs. Harvey Zink?
Yeah.
Awesome. Chop. Let me think of our students. Is there anyone in our class? I thought of someone. Chanson. Oh, Chanson, I hope you're watching. I'm so excited. Your name starts with ch. One more word. Can you pause the video and think of a few words that start with the sound ch? In our story today, the word chum shows up. Chum is another name for a friend. Okay, I'm going to read you a story called Chauncey Chipmunk's Story. Here I go. The most charming chipmunk in Cherry Tree Park is a chubby-cheeked little fellow named Chauncey. Each weekend, Chauncey Chipmunk sits up on his haunches, chit-chats with picnickers, and charms them into giving him more cherries, chestnuts, chocolate chips, and chunks of cheddar cheese than he can stuff into his chubby chipmunk cheeks. Oh, that was a lot of cheese. Part of Chauncey Chipmunk's charm lies in his choosy nature. The children who visit Cherry Tree Park have learned that Chauncey will only reach for their choicest cherries, chestnuts, chocolate chips, and chunks of cheddar cheese. Charles Chadwick wondered what Chauncey did with the food he collected, so Charles got permission one day to study chipmunks instead of going to school. While crouching behind the branch of a cherry tree, Charles watched Chauncey take the food from his hole, use an axe to chop the cheddar cheese, chestnuts, and chocolate chips into tiny chunks, and pitch the chunks into an old butter churn. Then Chauncey stirred the chunks in the churn until the sun melted them into a rich, gooey chowder. Finally, Chauncey put the churn of chowder in a stream to chill and become chewy. As Chauncey worked, Charles could hear Chauncey's chums chirping their chipmunk songs and challenging each other to games of Chase the Chipmunk. When the chowder was chilled and chewy, Chauncey rang a chime. His chums cheered, and soon the only sound heard in Cherry Tree Park was the cheerful chomping of chipmunks chewing Chauncey's chewy, cheesy chocolate chowder. Oh, tongue twister. Get ready for our song, boys and girls.
All right, boys and girls. So Chauncey Chipmunk is another kind of silly song. But if you want to try challenging yourself, listen to that story that Miss McLeod just read, but listen to it again and try to make that ch action every time you hear a word that says ch, because there's a lot of them in that story. All right, our song goes like this today. It goes, Chauncey Chipmunk, and to be a chipmunk, you're going to make big chipmunk cheeks. Chauncey Chipmunk chops up chunks of cheddar cheese. Chop, chop, to make cheesy, and you're going to stretch your fingers to make cheese, to make cheesy chocolate chowder. And chowder is like soup, so we're going to kind of stir the soup. To make cheesy chocolate chowder for his chums, and we're going to make this sign language sign for chums. So it's like friends, so and then you go chop, chop, and we go C-H, we make our letters. C-H is for Chauncey's chowder, chewy, cheesy chocolate chowder. Chauncey Chipmunk chews the chowder with his chums. Chop, chop. All right, I think we're gonna do it 2 times, so don't worry.
And
just to make sure we got it.
Miss McLeod is learning, but I'm going to try
And we know how this goes. Mrs. Harvey Zink usually messes up an action or 2 as well. All right, let's try.
Chauncey Chipmunk chops up chunks of cheddar cheese. his chowder. Chewy, cheesy, chocolate chowder. Chauncey Chipmunk chews the chowder with his chums. Chomp, chomp.
Wow, great job. Should we try it one more time?
One more time.
Okay, one more time like we always do in the music room. One more time till we nail it. Okay, here we go. Put your chipmunk cheeks.
Chauncey Chipmunk chops up chunks of cheddar cheese. Chop, chop, to make cheesy chocolate chowder for his chums. Chop, chop. CH is for Chauncey's chowder. Chewy, cheesy chocolate chowder. Chauncey Chipmunk chews the chowder with his chums. Chop, chop.
Yay!
Yay,
Did it!
awesome!
Great work, everybody.